Welcome to Shining Stars and Hidden Gems, where we uncover the stars you know and the gems you should know. Today, we celebrate a band whose sound transcended genres, whose grooves became the soundtrack of an era, and whose influence still resonates with artists and fans worldwide. This is the story of Earth, Wind, and Fire. It all began with Maurice White, born in Memphis, Tennessee, in 1941, and raised in the vibrant city of Chicago. Steeped in the soul of gospel music and the rhythmic pulse of jazz, Maurice grew up surrounded by sound. After studying at the Chicago Conservatory of Music, he began his career as a session drummer for the legendary Chess Records, playing behind icons like Etta James and Ramsey Lewis. But Maurice wasn't content with being in the background. He had a vision, one that would redefine the sound of popular music. In 1969, Maurice formed the Salty Peppers, a small jazz-funk group. Among its original members were Wade Flemons, a talented vocalist and keyboardist, and Don Whitehead, a gifted songwriter and pianist. Despite their regional success, Maurice had bigger plans. Inspired by his astrological chart, he renamed the group Earth, Wind, and Fire, incorporating the elements of air, fire, and earth into their name to represent creativity, growth, and energy. This change also symbolized a shift in sound, a bold new direction blending funk, jazz, R&B, and soul. Earth, Wind, and Fire's early lineup also included Sherry Scott, the group's first female vocalist, and the addition of Maurice's younger brother, Verdine White, whose electrifying bass grooves became a hallmark of their sound. In 1971, they signed their first major deal with Warner Brothers Records. Their self-titled debut and its follow-up, The Need of Love, showcased their experimental style but struggled to find commercial success. However, they soon caught the attention of Clive Davis, then head of Columbia Records, who saw their potential and signed them in 1972. Under Columbia Records, Maurice assembled a powerhouse lineup that included vocalist Philip Bailey, whose soaring falsetto became iconic, percussionist Ralph Johnson, and guitarist Al McKay. Together, this group created magic. Their 1973 album, Head to the Sky, marked a turning point, with hits like Evil and Keep Your Head to the Sky. But it was their 1975 album, That's the Way of the World, that made them superstars. Featuring tracks like Shining Star and Reasons, it topped the charts and became an instant classic. The road to stardom wasn't without challenges. In the band's early days, members came and went, including Sherry Scott, who left in 1972 to pursue a solo career, and Jessica Cleaves, who joined briefly before leaving in 1973. Despite the constant evolution of their lineup, Maurice's vision and determination kept the band focused. He pushed the group to experiment, often spending hours in the studio perfecting their unique sound. Earth, Wind, and Fire became known not just for their music, but for their groundbreaking live performances. Maurice, inspired by magicians like Doug Henning, added illusions to their shows, such as levitating pianos and disappearing acts. During a 1977 concert, a mechanical malfunction with one of their props almost caused the show to derail. But the band's charisma and professionalism kept the audience spellbound, turning what could have been a disaster into another unforgettable performance. Earth, Wind, and Fire's legacy is unmatched. Hits like September, Let's Groove, and Boogie Wonderland became timeless anthems, crossing cultural and generational boundaries. Modern artists such as Beyoncé, Kendrick Lamar, and Pharrell Williams have cited their music as a major influence, praising their fusion of genres and their commitment to uplifting messages. Behind the scenes, Maurice White faced personal struggles that tested his resilience. In the late 1980s, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, a condition he kept private for years. Despite the physical challenges, Maurice continued to guide the band from the studio, producing albums and mentoring younger artists. His unwavering dedication inspired his bandmates and fans alike, proving that his spirit was as unshakable as the music he created. In February 2016, the music world mourned the loss of Maurice White. His passing marked the end of an era, but his legacy lives on. The outpouring of tributes from fans and artists alike spoke volumes about the profound impact he had on the industry. Today, Earth, Wind and Fire, led by Maurice White, Philip Bailey, and Ralph Johnson, continues to perform, keeping Maurice's vision alive with every show. His legacy lives on, an enduring force, as timeless as the elements themselves. Earth, Wind and Fire's influence on future generations is undeniable. Their blend of funk, soul, jazz, and pop didn't just shape the music of their time, it paved the way for future artists. From Beyoncé to Pharrell, from Justin Timberlake to Usher, the impact of Earth, Wind and Fire's sound can be heard in almost every corner of popular music today. Perhaps Earth, Wind and Fire's greatest gift is the joy they brought to the world. Songs like September, Let's Groove, and Fantasy have become more than just hits, they are anthems of celebration. They represent the universal desire for joy, unity, and connection. Every time September plays, it brings people together. It's a reminder that, no matter where we are in the world or what struggles we may face, there's always a reason to dance, to sing, and to feel the music. Earth, Wind and Fire didn't just change music, they changed lives. Their story is one of creativity, resilience, and the belief that great music can bring people together. They are more than just legends, they are a shining star that continues to light the way for generations to come. From their humble beginnings in Chicago to their rise as one of the most influential bands in music history, Earth, Wind and Fire proved that greatness is forged through not just talent, but resilience. Maurice White's dream was realized not because the band was perfect, but because they kept pushing, despite the struggles they encountered along the way. They faced personal battles, creative differences, and the weight of expectations, but they never stopped making music. Thanks for watching Shining Stars and Hidden Gems, unveiling the stars you know and the gems you should know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let us know your favorite gem in the comments below. Keep shining, and we'll see you next time.